Questions for Coach? Fran, I think you guys had 2 turnovers in the second half. I mean, how important that was.
Well, it's absolutely critical, with the way they rebound. They're as good a rebounding team as there is in the country. Out-rebound us by 11. If you turn them 14 times, you only turn it 7, it gives you a chance. It kind of evens it a little bit.
Coach, Tony said that you kind of told him to go at him. What's it like when he's cooking like that? And did you expect Illinois to kind of change that drop coverage in the second half?
We really didn't think about that, to be honest with you. I think, going back to the first part of your question, it was, okay, this guy's cooking. I would just keep going. What was impressive to me about that was the players that were on the floor with him. They're yelling out plays to me that we should be running for him. So they recognize that, like, okay, this guy's on fire. We're going to him. Nobody else is shooting the ball right now. And, it helped that we were in the double bonus. We got into the bonus pretty quickly, pretty much because of him. But we just kept going to him. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I haven't had too many guys go off like that. That was impressive.
Seems like Saturday home games in the afternoon have kind of been a rarity here the last few years, but we saw what kind of an atmosphere they can provide. Just how different was that, and how big was it for you guys?
Well, it's really different, and I think it speaks to competitive advantage in this league. And I've said, we have to be cognizant of who's getting all the Saturday home games. Because sometimes you look down and one team's got 6 and you have none. That's a problem. And I voiced that loud and clear, and I will continue to do so. But I'm thankful we had this one because the crowd was definitely a factor. You're right.
Fran, I mean, you guys go 6 of 13 against Michigan State, but the free throws the past week have been spectacular. Big reason why you guys have won these games. I mean, what's it speak to how the bounce back ability of your team to be able to stay composed when it matters most?
And it's so critical in this league because every game is like this one. You're either you're on the winning end or the losing end. There's not a lot of blowouts. I don't care who's playing who. So you want to manage the game in a way that you can get to the free throw line and you can take care of the ball and you can get the right guys enough shots. That's a really good team. They are really good. I mean, I've been watching obviously on film for the last 3 days. They have talent, they have size, they have depth, they have drivers, they have veterans, they have young guys. And it takes a lot to beat that team.
Coach, you talk about how tough this league is a lot. What's it like for your team? What's that show for them to go 3-0 this week against 3 really tough opponents in this league?
Well, I think it says a lot about the character of the guys in that locker room, no question. But we always say we want to protect the home floor. There were 3 home games against 3 great teams. Now we got to do it on the road, and that's a lot harder.
How much easier is your job when, Chris doesn't show any frustration, teams are pressing up on more, some guys might go cold, but then you mentioned guys are now calling out plays for Tony Perkins because he's cooking the way it is. I mean, what's it like as a coach to be able to have a team that responds that well on their own as well?
It's important they respond on their own, but it's also important to have different weapons. And big shot by Chris at the end of the half. He had to really grind for those 19. They were all over him. They were all over Peyton. Hit a huge 3. But the thing about him, neither of those guys get frustrated. They just keep moving and keep creating opportunities for themselves, for their teammates, get on the glass. Just winning guys.
Sanford's 3 there at the end, you just touched on it. Was that, I'm guessing that was probably around the look you wanted on that play?
Well, we take that look every day, yeah. But it was a result of what was happening with Tony and with Chris. I think we went to Chris on that one, and then the ball swung and Connor moved it to Peyton. Connor does a great job looking for him all the time. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Fran.